Hey guys, it's Becky from Bama, and today you're going to get ready with me. So now I've got my teeth brushed. I slept in these Bantu knots, which while my hair was wet, I just twisted it around and then twisted it on itself, pinned them, covered them up with a scarf, and slept. So I'm going to put my makeup on first because these maybe even still a little wet. I may have to hit them with a dryer. So we're going to put makeup on first, then we're going to take the hair down. And I didn't put any gel or anything in it. I was really tired last night and I didn't even think about it. I should have put some product in it, but I didn't. So we'll see if these will stay or if they're just going to be like a frizzy mess today. If you hear anything in the background, that's probably either my neighbor Totoro, which plays on repeat in my house pretty much all the time, or it could be my 4-year-old who is in the next room running around being crazy. I did go to cosmetology school a long time ago, but I'm not like on here claiming to be an expert or anything. I just have a routine that works for me, and some people have asked me about it, so I thought I'd make a video and you would see if it worked for you. So the first thing that I do, which I did not do in this video, but I did last night, is exfoliate my face. So I use really cheap exfoliator. I just use the St. Ives. It works really well for me. And I use it, it's gentle enough, I use it every time I take a shower. So when I'm in the shower, I exfoliate my face because I have dermatitis, and if I don't, I have a tendency to get really flaky, especially around my nose, around my eyebrows. So I just go ahead and exfoliate every time I am in the shower. I also use a little moisturizer. So you didn't see that either because I thought it'd be boring if you just watched me slather a bunch of stuff on my face. But this is what I'm using right now. This is the Revitalift moisturizer, and it's by L'Oreal. And it's pretty good. So if you're in your 20s and you're watching this, you probably think you don't need moisturizer, but I think it's good to go ahead, even if it's just to get you in the habit, just to get started using one, so that later when it's like a necessity, you're already used to it. Oh, before I get started too, I'm gonna take a little Lubriderm and put it on Galaxy Cat back here. Galaxy Cat is no longer really scabby, but is still just like a little itchy, but you can see she looks pretty daggum good. So I want to keep lotion on her. I'm going to keep sunscreen on her if I go outside. Keep her looking awesome. I'm also going to put a little bit just on Dimitri right here, just to keep him moisturized. So just a little momentary segue about tattoos. Some of you have asked about my tattoos. So right now, the only tattoos that I have are my Galaxy Cat, my panda, my adventure mountain tattoo here, the birds, and this cross on the back of my neck right here. So my next thing that I would like to do, because everyone's always like, well, what are you going to get next? Because obviously, as long as I'm alive, I'm probably still going to be getting tattoos when I have money. Now, I have 5 children, so it gets kind of pricey when you have 5 children to do things other than just have children. But, sorry, I've got a cough. When I get a little more money, I would like to actually, this one on my neck, you can see it's got a heart around it. I kind of want to get that cross filled in black and then get the heart turned into kind of like a geometric gemstone looking heart around it instead of the tribal, and kind of fill it in with red. So to give you a little background on why I'm getting all of my tattoos bigger or added to, when I first started getting them, I was not really sure if I would be very well received, how accepted I would be with them. I come from a very small country town and I didn't want to be like the freaky lady with all the tattoos. But now that I am older and more confident in myself and don't really care if other people like them or not, I now want them all to be bigger. So like I was a little more shy about it when I first got them, and I still love them, but then I just want them to be more. So that's the same with the birds. It's obviously time to get the color touched up on the birds. These were really, really bright when I first got them, kind of like my panda and my galaxy cat are now. These were really bright, and now they're all faded because it's been a long time. So I want to get these touched up, and I want to get some big flowers added right here, like maybe some Day of the Dead style flowers all around them. And that's probably going to hurt because my chest was one of the more painful places that I've gotten tattooed, but it's worth it. I like it. So let's get down to business. So I've already moisturized, I've already exfoliated, all that cool stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on my foundation. A lot of people use primer. I do not use primer. A lot of people put their concealer on first. I do not. I feel like if I put my concealer on and then put my foundation on, I'm just covering up the concealer. So I am using Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation, and the color is Light R230. Now, I just got this, and it's a perfect shade. I'm really loving it. But before I was using this, I was also using Marc Jacobs, but it was the Remarkable in this style. And I don't really like the bottle as much because you see how messy it is. It's kind of got like the stick inside of it. So when you open it, it's got like this stick. And I wasn't really a fan of the bottle, the packaging, but I liked the foundation. But I'm thinking I like this even better. So I'm going to be looking in the mirror over there, so I'm not ignoring you. I just need to see what I'm doing when I put this on my face. So it doesn't take very much. A little of this goes a long way. And right now I'm just laying it on my face, just getting it all over. Not getting it in my eyebrows because I hate how it looks when I get foundation actually in my eyebrows. I feel like it makes it look really crusty and heavy. And it's like the goal is to look like you have on makeup, but not look like you have on makeup. I hear someone in my room.
It's me.
It's Kaden. So that weird noise you hear in the background is my daughter being a little silly. So sometimes I do use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, but I'm not going to today. So I'm going to put just a little foundation over my lids. So this is not a look that would be like if I were going somewhere super schmancy or something. This is just like my get ready in the morning look. I may use a little bit brighter lip than I would wear to work. So when I go to work, let me explain a little bit. I don't usually do a full face like you would normally do because I work outside and it's hot or it's cold. But generally I'm outside, I'm sweaty, I have on a helmet, I get helmet hair. So the less makeup I have there, actually, the better. So now it's time for concealer. I use the MAC. This is W10, I think that says, of the Studio Finish Concealer. This has a SPF in it as well, so that's pretty awesome. And I'm just gonna come in right here and I'm gonna dab it under my eyes. I'm not gonna rub it in too much because I don't want it to go away. And I'm just putting it on the dark circles. I'm not gonna like bring it down into the triangle right here or anything because I'm actually gonna use a different product for that. So this, I'm just patting it into my skin just to cover up the evidence that I sleep next to a 4-year-old. Which if you've never done it, let me just say, it does not lead to the most restful sleep. Okay, so I've got that in there. I kind of look like a raccoon right now, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that in a minute. So now I'm gonna use Color Corrector Sheer Envy Color Corrector Cushion Wonder under my eyes. And this is by Hard Candy. So this has a cool little sponge tip. You just squeeze it. And then I'm going to put this down into the triangle. See? Then I'm going to put a little bit on my nose just because my nose gets a little red. And a little bit into my little laugh slash nose lines there. Then I'm going to take my sponge. I'm not fancy. I don't have a beauty blender. I'm an old lady. I use these little wedge sponges. And I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. You don't want to blend it out too much because what's the point of putting it on if you just wipe it off? So got that on. And now I look like I have all these different colors on my face. So now we're going to do the thing that brings it all together and starts us out with our nice canvas, and that is powder. So I use Studio Fix by MAC. The color is N5. And so you can use this actually as a foundation. A lot of days when I'm going to work and it's really hot outside and I know I'm going to be sweaty, I don't even put on foundation or concealer or any of that stuff. I just throw on this. So I'm going to put it on. And it covers up a world of imperfections. So this is a very high coverage powder. Most powders are pretty sheer, and this one is not. You can actually build this up and layer it and get really full coverage out of it, but we're not going to build it up because we've got foundation under it. I just use it as a pressed powder on top. And again, I'm not getting this into my eyebrows. I don't want that like makeup caked in my eyebrows look. So right now, this is what I consider like the canvas for me to start putting color on. So I know the lighting's not that great, and I've not been using my really good camera because the files are just so big that it takes so long to get it uploaded and edited. So I'm just using my phone, but it's an iPhone 10, so I feel like it does pretty good. But I'll get more pictures at the end so you can actually see what it looks like. So now we're gonna go in and do just a little contour and a little highlight, not a ton. So when I contour, I'm going to go into my Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette from Tarte. And this top color up here is what I use for my contour, and then the bottom one is what I use for my highlight. So it is Sweet Tea and Gator Wings. So I do a very, very light contour. I do not go in very heavy. And so I just come in and I'm gonna make kind of like a little semicircle. I don't wanna do a straight harsh line that's gonna make me look like a fish. I want it to look like I just actually have a cheekbone here. So your cheekbone sticks out a little more here and recedes a little more here. So we're gonna bring it down and then go around just to kind of pull that out. And a little goes a long way here. So it does not take much. And then we're gonna blend that out. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And then blend that out. And then just down the sides of my nose is not very big, so I don't want to like slender it out too much. But I'm just gonna put just a little right here. And just a little right here. Not a ton, not enough to even make it noticeable. And then right into my hairline, same. I don't want like a big dark spot here. I kind of want it to make like a number 3 coming down. So we'll do a little here, and then this is naturally already contoured, like you already have shading here. And so I don't like to put any on my actual face because I don't want it to look kind of like I have a 5 o'clock shadow or something like that. I'm just going to put a little right underneath here. Just a touch. You don't want people to look at you and be like, you have makeup on your neck, because that's weird. Just a little. And that's all the contouring I do. It's not very much. My highlighting is going to be also very minimal. I feel like I'm in my 40s. The older I get, I don't need to have like the super highlighted, super contoured face, because I feel like it's actually going to make me look a little older. So I'm going to put a little on my brush, tap it off, blow it off. And I'm going to hit just the top of my nose right here. Now, not down here under the nose, just the top right here. And a little right here between my eyes. Can you see that? And I'm going to put a little on the bow of my lips, just so that when I put my lipstick on, it gives it a little pop right there. Then here on the inside corner of the eyes, again, just a little. I don't want it to look like I'm radioactive and glowing right there. I just want to give it a little pop. And then, of course, the brow bone. Just going to hit that a touch also. I want everything to be pretty subtle. So I'm not afraid of color and I'm not afraid of makeup, but I want my popping to happen at the places where I have planned for that to happen. So I want my lips to pop. I want my eyeshadow to pop. I don't want my concealer to pop or my highlighter to pop. I want the actual colors to pop. So there's that. So now, in this day and age, arguably the most important step now is brows. So let me find my brow pencil. I use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Shape and Fill. I use a lot of L'Oreal products because you can get them fairly inexpensively and they're still high quality. So you can see this has the pencil on one end and it's a triangular shaped end there. I don't know if you can see that. And then it's got the little spoolie brush on this side. So you can comb your eyebrows, get them where they're supposed to go, and then you can fill them in with the pencil. Now when I'm not using L'Oreal, there's not a lot of other drugstore cosmetics that I like, so I will use MAC, I will use Tarte, sometimes I'll use NYX. Those are like my favorites. So what I'm gonna do, because my eyebrows don't come to like a really good line here, I'm gonna very lightly make that line on both sides. And that gives me like a starting place. Can you see that? I've just put a line. And then on the outside, I'm just gonna come in and just kind of outline the edges. I'm not gonna take it any farther than my actual eyebrow goes. And I will tell you the main reason that I even use a brow pencil, I used to not ever have to use one, is because my hair started turning silver. So what happens when you get silver eyebrows is the silver ones kind of match your skin a little bit, and so it looks like they're very sparse. Even though they're not very sparse, they're very thick, but it looks sparse because it looks skin colored where all these little silver ones are. So I'm basically just coloring over the silver ones, and I do it with little short strokes, like little hair shapes. Next, I'm gonna put on my blush. So I'm using this is actually a Mary Kay brush. It's very soft. And I'm using MAC blush. I have no idea what color this is. Let me see if I can figure it out. Melba. It's called Melba. And it's kind of a peachy, kind of a fall or spring shade. In the summer, I use more of a pink because I'm out in the sun more. So I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheek. Take a little bit up, but not a lot. And I want to be careful not to get it too close to my nose or mouth, because when you get like a ruddy color around your nose and mouth, you kind of look like you have a cold. And I don't want to give the appearance I have a cold. I want to give the appearance that I've got a fresh, flushed face. So there we go. And so I'm one of those people, I'm old school, so you'll notice when I put things on, a lot of times I'll just like blend them out with my fingers a little bit instead of using the brush for everything. That's what I do. Also, I also do this. Diet Mountain Dews. They're kind of my jam. I have them at all times. So now we're going to move on to our eyes. We're going to be using the Graveyard Girl palette again here. And so I'm going to go in and kind of cover underneath the highlight and all this area right here with Big Baby. It's just a good neutral color. I can hear the music for Totoro going off, which means another movie is about to come on, probably Princess Mononoke. So I'm really big into Studio Ghibli right now, and I just bought the Studio Ghibli collection. So there are several discs, I don't remember how many, but there's like 3 movies per disc. So I guess there's like 6 discs, it's like 17 or 18 movies, and it's just on repeat at my house right now. So I'm gonna go in on the bottom with Sassy Bun, which is a shimmer color. You'll hear a lot of people say that women in their 40s should not use shimmer color. I think that's a total load of baloney. I think women in their 40s are old enough to use whatever color they want, and I like shimmer colors. So I'm putting on a shimmer color. Now, if your eyelids were like super crepey or something like that, and you felt like it just added to the crepiness, then you could not do that, and that's totally fine too. But I say do what you like, do what makes you happy. I'm going to pull it up a little bit into the crease because I really like this kind of ambery shimmer. But then we're going to take a little bit of Dogman, which is this kind of sienna color. And we're going to come right here in the corner. Just pack that in. We're not blending it yet. We're just packing it in. Getting the color on there. Now I'm going to take a blending brush. Now we're going to blend it in. If you try to blend with the same brush that you use to pack your color on, you're not generally going to get a good result, because blending brushes need to be a little softer, fluffier, not made to just pack on the color. All right, I like how that looks looking. So now I'm going to take my little angled brush, this guy. We're going to take just a little bit of Natural Peaches. We're going to put it underneath the eye instead of an eyeliner. I don't want anything harsh. I have hooded eyes. They're very recessed, as you can see. And so I don't want anything harsh, like making them look smaller or more recessed. So I'm going to use, this is a very light peachy color, and I'm just going to come in underneath and just fill that in. It's a very nice neutral shade. Do it on the other side. And I'm getting it as close to the eye as possible, but I don't ever do anything on my waterline. I see a lot of videos where people are putting all kind of liners on their waterline, and I'm just going to tell you, when I do that, my eyes just water all day. My eyes do not like having something on the waterline, and so they really don't take it well. And so even though I love the look of that and I love how other people look when they do it, it is not for me. So now I'm going to line my lips with this lip contour crayon called Pout Maker by Luscious Cosmetics. I actually got this just like I did the Shameless Marc Jacobs foundation in an Influencer Vox box. So I will put a link in the description box to the Influencer website. It's just like an app. You sign up for it. They send you free stuff and you just have to like write reviews about it. You don't have to lie about it or say you like it even if you don't. You just write reviews about it and they just randomly send you free stuff. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to line with this. And I line on my lip line. I don't overline or underline. I just put it right on the lip line. I like the shape of my lips, so I just keep it where it's at. So now that I've got them lined, I'm going to fill in with this because this is one of the keys to making your lipstick last all day. One of the biggest comments I get about my makeup is that my lipstick lasts all day. It lasts after I eat. It lasts into the night. And it's because one of the things is that I line my lips and then fill them in with the liner. So even if my lipstick comes off, the liner's still there. And the liner will stain your lips more, so it'll stay. So we've got that on there. Now I'm going to go in British Red, number 350. And it is like my signature color. This is my signature red. So you can see, I think, why I wanted to do my highlighter first, because I didn't want to get this red on here and then go in with the brush of the highlighter over it and like smear it or get it on my brush or anything like that. So this is my face. This is how I would go. Generally, I don't wear mascara or fake lashes or anything like that unless I'm going to something super schmancy. And this isn't my super schmancy face. This is my just daily normal face. So you'll have to tell me what you think. Sorry that you can see my toilet in the background, but we're in the bathroom, so you have to have a toilet. It's kind of like the whole reason you have this room. So there you go. You can kind of see what it looks like up close. And now we're going to take these Bantu knots down and work on the hair. Okay, so I am about to take my hair down. I literally have no idea what it's going to look like right now because I didn't sleep in product. And the last time I did this, I did 5 Bantu knots, and this time I only did 3. So last time I did these 2, and then I did 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And this time I just took all the back and made it into 1 because it was so curly last time. And it was kind of cute, but it was like really curly. I'll put a picture in maybe of what it looked like last time so you can see. Go wash them in the other bathroom, baby. So it still feels a little wet, so I'm going to hit it with a dryer just real quick. Okay, I hit it with the dryer, and now I'm going to put just a little hairspray on it before I comb it out, since I did not put any gel or anything on it. So I'm gonna pull the back out first, and I'm not gonna like really brush through it. I'm just gonna separate it with my fingers a little bit. So I can see right here I've got some little straight spots. I feel like maybe that's because I put all the back into 1 instead of doing 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, because all this hair was getting pulled all the way to up there before it was getting curled. But we'll see. Maybe we can make it work. You can see already that those are extremely curly. So everyone has like the 2 or 3 famous people that people tell them they look like all the time, and I have a few, But when my hair is like this, the one that I always think of is I get a lot of Helena Bonham Carter. And I think it's because she kind of plays crazy people. I think it's actually more my personality that reminds people of her, because she kind of plays a crazy lady and a lot of stuff. But I get her, sometimes if I'm having a really good day, or when my hair was red or blonde, I would get Emma Stone, which is always a nice thing to hear. I will always take it if someone wants to tell me that I look like Emma Stone. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to say thank you. And then the newest one that I've gotten is Lucy Hale, and I don't really know who she is because she's on a show that I do not watch, but I did a Google image search of her, and I'll take it. She's pretty. I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to spray just a little bit of this anti-frizz cream on, because I kind of feel like I'm a little frizzy. So it comes out like this. It's made by Aussie. I'm just gonna rub it on my hands like this, get it all good and goopy, and then I'm just gonna kind of scrunch it in. I don't want to run it through my hair because I don't want to get the curls to come out. I want the curls, I just don't want them frizzy. I really should have put gel on my hair. So at this point, I could either try to do something with it or just wear it in this big like disco style that I got going on here. I will probably have to take the 3-barrel curling iron and kind of touch this little part up because it did not curl as good as everything else. And then this part up here, probably just tease it up a little bit to make it match the rest of the hair. But I don't want to take forever because you guys have things to do and I've got things to do. But I just wanted to show you. If you sleep in the Bantu knots, you can get some pretty serious curl going on. And I'm gonna put a picture from the last time I did this, when I did more of them and actually got some more curl than this, and let you see what it looked like. Although I'm really happy with this side. Like this side looks, excuse me, looks really full and curly, but then this side just kind of went a little straight right there. So I'm not happy with that side. But another good thing to do with my hair when it's really curly like this is I'll just take it, twist it up in the back, just like a little French twist, pin it, and then kind of let this fall down and pull a little strand here, a little strand here. Just kind of go for that little like romantic hairdo feel. You can kind of see it's got all these little curls hanging down. And then it's like up and poofy in the back and all these little curls, and I kind of dig that hairstyle. So maybe I'll wear it like that today. But thanks for watching. This was a really long video. Thanks for sticking it out and staying with me. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos on this channel, be sure to subscribe. Thanks.